Hi, this is Latin. Hope everyone is staying safe, and we're back with Softwings Beta 1.6.8 Play and Learn series. We're doing Star Games Hard Difficulty. We're going to continue on. Today we're going to do a checklist strategy, procurement, and look into accounting. We'll get into it after the intro. Okay, we're in August 1988. We got 25.6 available funds, 223 in bonds, 40 mil in stocks, 1 mil in plots for a total of 290 million. Checklist today. We're going to go through and check everything. This is the first thing you should do when you come back to a game or start of a day. So, top item, Pixel 3D. Check, make sure printer in place, marketing is in place, and prepare for your release. We're losing 1.3 followers. We just sent out a video announcement, so that should help that once we get started. Fresh expansion is going into development, and this is the expansion pack for Thundercards. For marketing it, video marketing. In fact, we should be doing hype with this too. Nope, we're not gonna hype it until we set a date. Okay, so we're doing research System 88. We're patenting System 87, which patenting Network 86, we're patenting Audio 88, and we're patenting 3D 88. Stars OS 2, this thing has been moving slow. So what I did was, this was, hardware was assigned to it to make up the 16. I just reviewed it. I figured we don't need hardware, because we had 2 people in hardware. If we go to hardware, employees, we had 2 people in hardware, these 2, which if you look at them, this is modded firmware. Firmware, if you want to know what that means, you go in here. It says right here, great at developing hardware, not so great with software. So those 2 were slowing us down. So we took hardware out of the equation. We hired and moved people from port debug over and hired some new people. So now we have 16 people in place for that. So if we go here, we should see, in fact, 15 out of 16. So we need 1 more person to get that going. And the product has run out of stock. Let's go here looking quickly. 186.11. So I'm gonna do 190 here. There should be 100 on there. We're gonna quickly go look for a programmer. In fact, rather than quickly go look for a programmer, let's go to core. Core employees. I need somebody who's good with I was looking to see if there was 1 person here who just had 1 trade in core that I can move over, but they all have 2, and that's required in core. You gotta be able to do more than 1 thing. So we're gonna go quickly hire a programmer. Boom, boom, boom. 3D. What's not covered in there? Let's cover it with network. Between these 2, and we're gonna go with this. She's got 3 and 3. Okay, so DevOS is covered. We'll roll them. Do they have anything else? Yeah, they have art. They have 2 stars in art 3D, which is perfect. That helps. Okay, so this is in place. That should move along a little bit faster. We have our first release ready to go, and we're marketing it. 0 followers so far. So here, options. But you want to review here. Where are we? This is City Built Alpha, December 89. That's the next phase. Why do you want to know if that's? We have 7 out of 7 programmers. That may change in the next phase. December 89. It may require more, it may require less. You've got to make the adjustments to document that date. And every day look at your documented dates and see if there's anything coming up that you need to look at. And here you could look at also what's going on. Are we making any money? What's the bug fixing, updating? Followers for city build. That information, review it. Next one is games. Okay. This was our first auto update, and what we did was we selected magic cards, clicked on auto update, it brought it forward. This has not been assigned to the next phase until you see a date here. The next phase date has not been assigned, so there's nothing there. 0 out of 5 because nobody's working on this yet, and nobody's working on this yet because this is not complete. Once this gets to about the halfway point, we will see when it kicks in, and then that next phase date will be populated, and then we can take it from there. Hardware, options, Starbucks 2 in design, next phase date, document that date. So you can come in here and double check everything. We have water 4, 0 out of 6. Water 4 is what you're looking for, so that's perfect. And lastly, there's nothing here. As soon as we release Stars OS 2, we will look at populating this for a sequel. Marketing. Look over marketing. This is making money, that's making money, that's making money. This is making money. This is marketing 0, 0. So that's questionable. Game impact, that's questionable. So we have to look at these at the end of the day to see if they're making money. And it's 5 a.m., so we will review those at the end of the day. Support, check your support 706 out of 708. So we have 2 that need to be fixed. So we're going to do an update for that. And 1,234, 1,234, that one is fine. Martians 473, 473, that one is fine. Support 578 for 578, that one is fine. And we're updating this one. This is the one we just did. So we're going to move that to the top. And divided 2, that should be done in Monday. In fact, if we fast forward here, that should be done right away, depending on what core has to do. There it goes. And it's still picking up new ones, so we'll let that go to the end of the day and then come back to it. It goes red. I'm gonna let it go to the end of the day, but it may go red and then it just may flash back in with something new. So a big thing is, see what I mean? One came in, it got automatically fixed. And we have to continually look at here. But okay, we're gonna slow this down. print jobs, deals. Deals we're doing hosting, printing, and manufacturing. If we have 2 hosting deals, a few print deals, no manufacturing deals. Manufacturing, we've taken a few, they've all been completed. Education, when the pack pops up, go here, education, look down the line, this thing should populate to the top. There goes the person looking for education. Right click, employee education. If he's got 1 star, let's get him to 2 stars now. Dev hardware, do we want to get him to 2 stars in 2D or in hardware? Hardware. And we have a marketing here. And this is going to be accounting. That's the way I go with marketing. Now we're in September. We'll move forward, get our we're going to move forward, get picture 3D out the door. I double checked everything, prints were all in place. The product had run out of, we have 2 products. Thunder cars, order copies, they want 208. So right off the bat, I'm going to do 150. They think there's 50 on the launch pad. I just checked this before earlier. Thunder cars, 150. See, oh, there was 25 on the launch pad. So we could do another 25 here. That should cover that. And I looked through this before. Anything that I was outdated, this we have 48,000. I moved it down to 500. This one I moved down to 500. Everything else you adjust it, slowly move it down, and then boom. I hardly ever cancel these. I cancel them when past 5 or 6 years. Don't pay too much attention. As long as you're making money, we're good. And all the copies here says 58. We just moved that to 50, so we could do 9. If you look at it again, 49, and we have 50 coming. That's the way you handle that. We're 49, 41.9. I try to keep this at 25 million. The reason is because we are doing manufacturing. We are doing deals with manufacturing. Right? So that'll be 25 by the end of the day. Okay, we're at 12 a.m. There is no manufacturing deals right now, so I'm not concerned about that being less. Okay, we're gonna go at 9:05 and do our release. Oh, we have a problem. Who's who? Got only 2, but worse than that, pretend. It's hard to talk about 3D pixel marketing material. Who in the world is Stargrooms? Okay, that was low, but remember that is our first, and that is the first 3D to market, as far as I know. That's in place, and the way you check that, Is that your first 3D to market here? 3D. Star Games. First 3D to market. So the first order of business is to make sure the printers are in place, and we've done that. Next is to port this. Now normally there would be a lot on the new, but there's only one. Lion and Stars 02. And Stars 02 is not going to be going up for a while, so with Lions is the only one that we can port to. So we'll get that port done. The big takeaway from being first to market with 3D is the fact that we created a framework, and this will make us money. 4.7% in royalties. That's why you want to be to market first. And normally I try to get be to market first with an OS, but we failed that because we're still marketing in OS and somebody else got there before us. So the next big push is this. Starts OS. It's 9 a.m. still. So let's go give these guys a little push. And it's art. Two companies is doing art. Two art has two tabs. So and if we select print with this, for us, I'm just gonna be concerned with. I'm just gonna crunch Design OS. We'll do it for 5 hours. So we got it up to 82, 81. So that's pretty good. We're gonna move into next thing. See how we did with. See, 33. The product has run out of stock. Undercards again. So we know we have 50 waiting to be picked up. This is 200. So I'm gonna do 150. And we're looking for research for system here. We don't want to mess that up. So let's move this right here. And when you do your checklist, you should also. Oh, this is getting promoted. Perfect. So we could set a date for fresh expansion. I failed to do that earlier. November, December. And I'm going to release it in January. We'll get it out in 1 month. Announce it. We'll do a press build tomorrow for the December for January release. We're gonna print this. How many? We have 44 followers. Expansions. I've been testing these. I'm just gonna do 50 for now. And then at release time will reduce that. And expansions, the release time reduce it because that you're gonna wind up sitting in quite a bit of that. Okay, next, check these. Make sure they're at 10. Patent supporting. So that's marketing 3D and support 3D. Support 3D, we want to go right above the last support, which was Starbucks. Okay, we're going to do an update here. We've been updating. We've been updating our technology every year. And SCM, 2 teams. We're going to take these 2 off. We're going to put core on this. Core should be able to get that done quickly. And we could double check, make sure there's somebody in core that has 3D. So we're going to update that. So remember, we're not doing bug fixing. We're just doing the update. That's the way I like to run that. Now we want to go here in core. And we have 3D covered and network covered. So that's part of your checklist. Uh, 1 a.m. in the morning. How are these? These are all zeroed out. Okay, marketing. We're going to check marketing at the end of the day before midnight. The next big thing is updating this, and this should be finished, and this should be done today. Maybe not. Maybe we push it to 10, it would have been done today. Okay, I should have pushed it to 10. Another company has finished researching the system before you could patent it. It is what it is. It is what it is. Support. Okay, that's 3D. We don't have to do anything. This is going to be updated. You got one education. I'm not looking for secondary tasks and they need education. I'm just looking for primary, like art. This is perfect. Educate. Let's get you into 3D. That's what the up and coming. And there was only one person, so do your checklist. Go to your checklist. Look at servers. Where are we with servers? Hosting. Hosting is 50% there. We're in 88. That means we gotta keep an close eye on this. Keep a close eye on this. Digital distribution, I don't start until 89 because it takes off in 90. Let's go look at announcement, review, flash growth for Star Games. Star Games announced Pixel 3D, pre-release for 3D, flash growth for large digital. Okay, the next thing we do every day is what I've said from the beginning. So display products, 0 products in the market, 0 listed. So they don't have anything listed, but you can still look and see audio tool, 2D editor, and 3D editor. This guy I'm interested in because if we get him early and they do great work or outstanding, we could sub them and have them do all our work for us. These guys have one, they released it in 86, so we could look at that. How did that come out? Operating console, inspiring, outstanding. They are a threat. Since they are a threat, I pick it. We're losing money with them, but what you could do is come in here, cool, go in here. What was the last part of the console? Come in here, operating system, console. There they go. Cool. They're going out in December. So they did outstanding last time. What are they going to do this time? I'm going to throw 5 at them. And a bigger piece of that pie. Change this back because you don't want to go. Always remember to put all on here and all on here, so that when you come back in here and take a quick look, always check that nothing is selected here, nothing is selected here. Okay, in May, we got antivirus, console operating system. Did we set a date? No, we haven't set a date for Stars OS. Okay, Stars OS, we're moving into 89. We got a console operating system coming out in May. We should always go out 2 days, 2 months before or 2 months after the last operating system. That's my strategy. But in this case, I'm at 85. I'm figuring by January we'll be able to do this. Have we done a review on this? Yes. Oh, it was 8.3, so not much work needs to be done on that. November, December, so January. Well, fresh expansion is going out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. I'm tempted to go into August, but let's do an August release. We'll set a date for August. Oh, August. Look at that. August of 89. We'll set a date for August. We got 8 months to get this thing ready. Make sure we do crunching to get it done. Now, we set a date. We'll do crunching to get this done. We'll set a date. We have set a date. We'll do crunching to get it done. We're going to release to announce the date. Create a video. Push it to 10. Press build. I will do tomorrow, so that it goes out the next day. So every other day we'll try to announce it. Not every other day, but every 3 or 4 days or months. We could do a press build. Don't do a press build the month you think that your video is going to be ready. If you think your video is going to be ready tomorrow, don't do a press build. You don't want to put them both out on the same day. I have tried not to do that. I've done it, but I try not to do that. Okay, so we're looking at PM dates of 1288 and 1289. We're in November. So let's move into December. Because remember, games No, I'm sorry. OS hardware at the next phase day of 1288. Accept all this, and yes, you should be updating your employee benefits. We have. We do this here. We'll cover that in another video. Okay, we're in December, and we forget to check marketing for the end of the days, but that's okay. So, where are we? Let's go look at hardware. Okay, December of 88, this thing is next phase, so it hasn't moved yet. I guess we gotta start the day for it to move. I've never checked it this early. Well, this is updated, and this is updated. So let's both finish. Pixel, we're gonna do another update. This time, we're gonna select BB day and night, and we're gonna do patches. We're gonna keep a close eye on that. And Starbucks is fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so where are we with hardware options? December 88 is the next phase. So we'll look at the end of the day. So remind me, guys, remind me, please. End of day to check marketing. That would be possible only if we were doing a stream. And I've never done a stream, so. Okay, let's look at the end of the day. I'm going for 11. Close enough. Options. May of 90 is your new target next phase day. So update your checklist, May of 90. And what we want to check here now is this programs. We have 7 out of 6. We don't want to be over. You don't want to be over. And this is hardware, so we can check joystick. We have 7 out of 2. The joystick I've never worried about being over, but I do worry about being over here. So who's doing this? Alright, and dev hardware. So dev hardware, we gotta reduce it by 1. How do we do that? When here, employees, 1 skills, code. Oh, okay, this guy's at 50%, but he's got hardware. This guy's at 55%, but he's got hardware. This guy's at 56%, but they have hardware. So we're gonna take this one person, Natasha. We're gonna move her over to core. She's compatibly 187.5, which is good. So core gets the overflow. Now we gotta also keep an eye on core because we have seating for 6 in core, and we have 6. So we actually have 5 employees, 1 leader. So there's 5 seats being occupied in that room, so we're good. Remember, keep your seating in mind, especially when we're in. So we come back here, 6 out of 6. Art, I'm never concerned about. Unless if this was a 0, I would be concerned. But anything above the required, I'm not concerned with art. And like I said before, for joystick, it's 6 out of 2. They don't require an artist, so they're fine. I'm not gonna go crazy with that. I never have a concern with joystick. And then manufacturing, you could look here to make sure that we have manufacturing in place to cover everything. 44112222. And now we gotta be concerned about having enough money because they're gonna be pushing out how much? I think it's 25,000. 20,000. So that 20,000 is gonna get printed. And you'll get a notice. You'll get a notice when they finish printing, I believe. Okay, so let's get to December. Double check here, these guys. They just went to 8%. We missed them last time. We're gonna grab them now. And we're gonna keep grabbing them every day that they go post something else. And you'll see the notice here. Notice will come out a company you're invested in. And we'll double check to see if it's them. I'm not gonna go crazy because I remember I have 20,000. Because if we take any more manufacturing, I'm gonna leave this at 50 for now. And this 354 is done. As soon as it's done, and expansion is going out in January. And we almost missed that one. We're supposed to release this in January. It's January 6 p.m. And we also forgot to do research. So we'll do the research next. Nice. That should make sense. And if we have enough in place, check your printing. Fresh expansion. Fresh expansion. They got 50,000 in place, so they should be fine. Beware that these things are occupying. Like this one, per month, we could print a mill 314. Nothing's going to be printed, but nothing's going to be freed up until you cancel that. So this has been fulfilled. There's nothing in the storage waiting to be delivered, so that's fulfilled. So big pack and expand these things. This I could probably push it down to 5,000 now. And this I could push it down to 25. And that's gonna cover. It's gonna be cover the release and release. It's usually bought out. Okay, this is at 93. I'm interested in getting this thing out. Where are we? 6 p.m. I'm gonna do a review. See where we're at with this. 9.9. 9.9 is perfect. I would get outstanding with a 9.9. A 9.9 is going to give us an outstanding, provided this is at 98%. I've seen where this was below 98%, and we want to get art into the 90s. But if you go now, I think you're going to get a great. Now, I'm not going to go now to prove that, but that's my strategy. Get this to 98 and get this to 98, or at least 90 here. If it's 9.9, the way it is going to give you a great. That's my theory. And that's my strategy for that. So this is our video. We have a release date of when? August. We could probably go out way before August. I'm going to do the press bill now. That's going to be our first press bill for that. We have 2 education here. Now come out. This is going to be accounting. Whatever happens, go to service. This is the leader. The leader. All right. You don't need automation because that's for project management. So you want to concentrate on the next big thing. Multitasking. Get them multitasking in that book. And this is design deal. Design deal has somebody looking for education. And they are in design deals. They have 1 star. You're always going to look for the 2nd star. In design deal, what I've had them doing is research. There's nothing else for them to do. They're not doing any design. They will backfill if we need anybody in the design teams, and we will once we get into the OS. Okay, education here. Kind of one last one. Education. 3D. Okay. Let's move forward to 11. Okay, at 11, let's go look at this. Marketing for Magic Cards is losing money. Marketing for stock and Twirler is losing money. Marketing for Big Pack is losing money. Marketing for Gainer Pack is losing money. And we have a release here. Okay, and this is making money. That's making money. That's making money. That's making money. That's making money. Make that part of your checklist at the end of the day to check this. I didn't check it for a few days, but I did check it for a few days because I was going to do the checklist thing. Normally I do check that. Okay, so add marketing to your checklist for the end of the day. I normally glance down at this at the end of the day, get to 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock and check and see if you're making any money. And if not, adjust it accordingly. And we could do this adjustment here. Up there, we could check this. 752, 770, that's going to be good. Update. That should be fine. That should be fine. And that should be fine. Now these, make sure that PB debug team, the what debug team is assigned to it. And I move into the top so that right in my face. I'm able to jump on them. We could look at the last release in the calendar. We could look at the last release in the news. And whatever else is happening here. Always good to double check. This is at 8%. That's what it was last we checked. Oh, January, my bad. Almost went into it. Should have been done at the beginning of the day. Those are all the teams that had nothing to do, and I assigned them. Take them off. Reevaluate when you check your who has nothing to do. Let me check this. Okay, so we're gonna go down here. We're gonna push these all to 10. If you do these steps every time, you get into the habit. Everything is being vigilant and getting into the habit. I'm not gonna move this to the top. I'm gonna leave them there for now. This is the beginning. They're not gonna move that fast. Okay, so everything's being patented. Why? How do I know everything is being patented when I select those? Because if anything was in research, anything up here was being researched, you can't research the next year. Okay, this is this is this. We're in January. And the next big thing is taxes. How do we look for taxes? We're in January. Estimated fulfillment 85% negative. That's a problem. Why is that 85%? Accounting teams. We have 3 and 3. Now, if I do a crunch, that goes to 200. So I'm going to move into tomorrow with a crunch. See how much of that we could get done. The product has run out of, well, 2 products. First expansion has run out. Order copies. Whoa. Whoa. I'm going to order that right off the bat. That's money in the bank. On the card is hopefully still 97,000. What did we have this at? On the cards is doing 50. There's 50 in the pad. There should be 50 in the pad. It is 50 in the lunch pad. So the next pickup. Let's do 48 there. I get rid of that. And we're moving into February. We're crunching. And those will keep flashing red. I'm not going to crunch all day with this. I'm going to crunch to 2 o'clock, which is close enough. So we're at 120% fulfillment. We don't have to crunch anymore. That should get filled. That's how you cover that. Make sure that's right. And then after May, we're going to revisit accounting. Now we got 3 deals here. They're all print deals. 3, 5, 8. We could do 8. Oh. Did I see zeros there? Okay, yeah, I saw zeros because these are not being fulfilled. Now, our last release was Thunder Cards, right? Let's go to products. Well, our last game release was Thunder Cards. So we're gonna look here for porting. Port active. There should be somebody here. Operating system in 88. This is a 94, but it's only a good, so I'm not crazy about it. But this is outstanding, but they're not gonna be gaining anymore. But I'm gonna do them anyway. In fact, I'm doing both of them. Did I not do that? Yeah, this. So where are they? They're not here in the bottom. Why are they not here in the bottom? The answer to that is I have this filter set to filter based on selected items. So it has to be selected to show up in the bottom. And I need it to show up to do this. Close it up. And then here, I remove it. You could do that. And what you could do is you could get into the habit of take research off, bring it back, check it at the end of the day. Take marketing off, bring it back, check it at the end of the day. I used to do that previously. Peer reviews, when I bring them forward when you're going to do a peer review to get all this clutter out of here. Let's redo this and let's redo this and we'll revisit that tomorrow. Okay, who had nothing to do? Remember, keep your people busy. Art 2 had nothing to do. What do we have in production? Sign Art 2 here. Why? Because now they have something to do and this will get done faster. Remember, this was trading. There was trading behind with this art. That should get the art because now we only have, they're going to be concentrating on our art only. Who else has nothing to do? Dev Game 0 employees in that team. Dev 3D. What we could do with Dev 3D, they have nothing to do. Bring back the port. Assign them to Dev 3D. Okay, who else has nothing to do? Deals OS, 3D OS, hardware. All these OSs will have nothing to do. We're going to assign them to the first two. Deals OS and Design OS will get assigned. Okay, so who are we there for? Design, 3D, and Design hardware. So I put them in system, but I want to put the next one in 3D. That's the next thing I want to get done quickly. So it's Design 3D and Design hardware will be assigned there. Who has nothing to do? PMOS has nothing to do. But I'm not worried about the PMs. The reason I'm not worried about the PMs, they're not going to complain. And they're working. She's working on this. And we got to check this game. Check this. See, this got, so Magic Cards got assigned. This got completed. Magic Cards got assigned. So games, PM, September 89. Next phase. So we document that and we follow up. That's being hyped. That's being marketed. So that's fine. Do your checklist. Go through your checklist. Check everything. And another thing, we're going to check employee benefits. I'm going to push this up to 120. You got to check it here too. Whatever you're going to push it. This is it was at 10. I'm going to push it to 15. This was at 9. I'm going to push that up to 14. Minimum raise is at 48. We're making good enough money. We could do the minimum raise at 96 now. Severance, I don't hardly ever deal with. Paid vacation, check that out. Free food, check that out. Christmas bonus. We're making good money. We could do a Christmas bonus this year, 25%. Company car, it's either give them a Christmas bonus or a company car. I never do both. And night shift is 10% an hour more than the day shift. So that's there. So that's your checklist. What else is here? Servers. They're 67%. And we're in 89. So we should be looking at digital distribution on up about June, July. I look at digital distribution for to get it in place for the 90s. So at 1289 in September 89 and now on our checklist for PM and 5 of 90 for OS hardware. What else is there? Printing, I've gone through this. We have 3 deals. We have nothing printing. They should know. Star Games. Some of these you could cancel out, like which one was it? What was our first release? Magic cards. I think I canceled them out already. Yes, I did. What was our second release? 80 to 85 Martians. Martians. This is under 15, push is under 5. And if I'm thinking Magic cards, change price. I think I've dropped the price on this once before, and then again, maybe not. $49.99. Drop the price and see if it moves. And this one, change price. 69. Drop the price, see if that moves. 85, 86, 86, 87, 88. Stars OS. I'll drop the price after. If I have something coming out, like August Stars OS 2 is coming out, so I'm not going to drop the price of Stars OS yet until that this thing has been out at least 6 months. Now, what is ready for an expansion also? Part of your checklist on the cards. We just released one fresh expansion. Should we do another one? When did the fresh expansion go out? January, in February, March, April. In April, you could probably start a new one. In April would be a good idea to start a new one. April, May, June, July, August, September. Get it out right before Christmas. So that's it. We're going to move forward to August. If anything else comes up, I don't foresee anything. We have patents in place, researching, reporting Thunder cars. We have updates. I'll continue to go through these. The next big thing is this thing is at 1.2% for Batlock. You could close these in, that way you're able to see the deals. So, 2037, we're going to buy this. I'm going to continue to buy this. I want this company. I want to try to get as much into this company as I can before they release. Why would we be doing that? The answer to that is right here. And T Digital is still not making us any money, so you could revisit this. We'll go over strategies for investments. Another video. We're going to continue on. In fact, I'm going to continue before we go into August. I'm going to fast forward to May and bring you guys back. I want to go through one more thing before we get into that release. I'll bring you guys right back. Okay, just brought you guys back. I just did a review. We got 9 out of 9. I'm going to wait till this thing goes to promote. We got 9 out of 9 with 98 and 98 here. So I'm just going to wait till this thing goes to promote. And then I'm going to direct your attention to over here to the right. You will find 189,195 for failing to file a tax report for 1988. For Sage, 548,296 in taxes, in tax optimization. When we checked, this said that without crunching, we were able to do it. My suggestion is leave the crunch on. Take it off day one, come back, put it back on, make sure this gets done. If you make sure this gets done in March, when you go into April and taxes are due, that's the strategy. I've never had that happen by me checking, but in hindsight, I've looked back and I think I always crunched to make sure it did happen. So that was my bad for that one. So we're gonna let this go to 100%. Then we're gonna, but right now, let's move into April. Taxes have been done. We're seeing on 34 million. They took out whatever was due. Go in here and look and see what we paid. Bills, taxes, 189. Taxes, 44 mil 954 was what the government took from us. So, how do we reduce taxes? I have an accounting video out there, which is one of my best videos, and it shows you exactly how. But we're going to give you a little brief here. We're going to go into accounting. Okay, first thing is let's go check for here before you go into accounting. May and November is when they're on vacation. So you want to know who's in the office today. Oh, we got to get into 7 o'clock to find that out. Okay. Working. She's sick. She's at home. Okay, the night team is going to be at home. She's at home. So these two are at home. So they're not on vacation today. Working, going to get coffee. The leaders are at work, home. Counting two leaders at home. So she's not on vacation. And the leader is at work. So we have one person out sick, so that's no biggie. So we're able to do what I want to do. Always check, make sure your people are available. Did I do this or did I not do this? I did not do this. Accounting and accounting to assign to this. We're gonna buy some gold. It's called a procurement. I said I would cover this in this video, so we're covering it now. When you could push this to 10, which is what I normally do. I don't know why I did not do that. Okay, so we purchase gold. Security, gold. That's what that room is for. This room is here for this purpose and this purpose only. If you look at that room with the walls up, what is this room? This room is oh, I see. When this was done, they must have grabbed this by mistake. So let's correct this. Interior, there. Floor, there. Floor is fine. So the interior is fine. Apply. Okay, so Secure Go is in there. For anybody to get to that goal, they have to get past our guards. Should go there. 15, 25, 25. That room is secure. And it says security right there. And I label my rooms like manufacturing, and printing here. And this is the server room. And it says server in the door. In an effort to get this scene. Why is this whole floor? This whole, let me grab this and fix this, because this whole floor is like, what? Okay, bathroom floors. So this, and this should have a bathroom floor. Floor, bathroom. I just updated this bathroom the other day because I was making more room over here. So that's probably when that happened. So back to procurement. We've done it. We've procured gold. Let me go back upstairs. Now, how long do you hold gold? You hold it as long as you're making a profit. When you start losing money in gold, hold it till it goes back up so you don't lose it. Then when it goes back up, if you made a profit, you move it over to the overseas account. I'll show you how to do that. We're going to move any today? Maybe not, but I will show you once we do move it. Because if you go into, let's get back to the basement. I guess we're not finished there. I'm going to explain this correctly. If you click on this, it says we spent $1,115 on this. We're going to go into the next thing. We got a patent for network. That's always a plus. Research. Finish. Yes. Push this to 10. Push this up. These three are going to be going out within the next day or two. Okay. Quickly move into tomorrow. Okay, we're into tomorrow. I'm looking at these again to make sure. Okay, if we go to counting, if we go to gold, this gold is 118 now. So it went up from 115 to 118, which means if I sell this, I made a profit. How do you sell it? Right click, delete. So what happened? Why did we delete that? We got a $1,118 in the offshore account now. We don't have to pay money on this. Funneling DOD, this other stuff we're not going to cover, but that's the basis of why procurement and how do you lower your taxes. How often should you do this? As often as you want. Don't get caught. If you get caught, you will get audited. If you get audited and you have gold in this vault, they will come and they will seize that vault. Watch the video, you'll see what I mean. Accounting. I'm not going to go into it any more. I just wanted to cover it, tell you there's a video out there detailing everything, showing you what happens. In fact, I think it's 2 videos. The first one I cover procurement, the second one I cover DOD. Okay, so we're in May. There's nothing else happening here until August. So I'm gonna fast track. We're in May. There's nothing happening here till August. I'm gonna fast forward to. I'm gonna fast travel to July. And if they, we'll do a checklist. Make sure we're in place for the release. We'll be right back. Okay, I brought you guys back so you guys can share in our nominations. Here we go. Best employer, 3rd place. Best product, 3rd place. Most profitable company, 1st place. I would have loved to have had the other 2, but this is nice. Okay, we're in June. We're going to move into July. Okay, we're back in July, 10:09 p.m. I just looked at Mark. Okay, we're in July, 10:09 p.m. Just looked at marketing. We have one here that's not making any money. We're going to end it. This is making money. This is not making money. We're going to end it. This is making money. This is making money. The supports are in place. We're updating these 2. So we can go finish. This one we can finish. Back up to the top. We have Stars OS. First thing we want to do is check the printing to make sure we have print in place. We've asked for printing 2 months ago. Stars OS. I got 200,000 in place. I'm going to change this to 100,000. We're chasing patents here. All these researches we were doing, everything is chasing patents. All the research is done. We have no more research for this year. We started a Pixel 3D Pro sequel. Pixel 3D. We hired we did hire Sonia, okay. Something's wrong here. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, be careful. Here's what happened. Pixel 3D, we found high salary designer. She came with baggage. She wanted fixed rate, the code and caboodle 200,000. We hired her. For 0 years, she retired. Just like that. We hired her in June. She retired in July. Worked 1 day, walked away, upfront money that we gave her 202,000. So be careful. of hiring. And she retired, and I think she might have retired because one of her requirements was in office and I didn't set it up. That could have been, so be careful with this. That's the tip that you have to be careful. Make sure if you're gonna hire a lead designer, you have the office and everything in place. Apparently, I didn't have the office in place, and I'm surmising that that's why she left. So she walked away. We lost $202,000 that we gave her up front. Okay, that's why I was wondering why when I saw lead designer, Sonia was back on. I came across her while hiring additional help, and I hired her, and she's gone. So I was going to tell you that I hired a lead designer, but I did, and she's gone. Okay, in looking at everything, doing the checklist, hosting is at 86%. We're going to have to look at servers in the next video. Stars OS, prints are in place, everything is in place. We're going to do this release. And then the only other thing is we're in July. September 89. We have to look at games. Okay, that's the next thing to do, but let's get this out the door and close this video because we're getting perfect release for Stars OS. This release is so good that what I'm gonna go do is go right here and push this back up to 200,000. Why? Because I think we're the first operating system with 3D who came out outstanding. Then again, maybe not. Did Door have 3D? No, Door did not have 3D. I'm talking about 87. So we're the first OS with 3D that's outstanding. See, 3D rendering. We're the first one, so we should do good. And it's outstanding, visionary. We did great. Now, what's the first thing we gotta do? We gotta put everything to it. So everything is gonna get put to it. We're gonna do the upgrades. And this video has gone long enough. I'm trying to keep these videos shorter, and they seem to get longer and longer because I want to give you guys so much more. So we are going to leave it there. If you've gotten anything out of this video, tips, tricks, strategies, learned anything, if you have anything out there that you want to learn that you think I may be able to help you with, put it in the comments. Let's see if we can get a video out there to cover it. I ask that you please like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Special thanks to all my subscribers. We do appreciate you. Stay safe. Keep those around you safe. Nothing out.